All right, so I figured out why I was stuck yesterday at that one level. It's because I needed to get a scorpion key. And with the scorpion key, I need to go up to where Evelyn is, right? I need to unlock that door. And when I unlock that door, then what's her name? Mrs. Baker. I call her Mrs. Baker. She will go and go through that tunnel. She will dig up that tunnel. She will go through that tunnel and go out on the other side. And I'm going to go inside that tunnel. I'm going to follow through. And that's where we're going to fight her. That's where we're going to have that big fight with her. Okay. It's funny because I played it not too long ago, but for some reason I forgot that I had to do that. So there's nothing wrong with the game. It's just I forgot that I had to grab the scorpion key because I was kind of rushing through it. You know. I got my shotgun, which is great. The performance is great. I'm on a 1080p, 120 hertz refresh rate on my LG OLED. It's upscaled to 4K, but it's 120 hertz. It's smooth as a butter, especially with a controller. Can't complain. Look, I don't want to talk about Nintendo Switch 2 all the time. Clearly, anyone who has Nintendo Switch 2, anyone who has purchased Nintendo Switch 2, anyone who has been playing Nintendo Switch 2 since last year, since they launched it back in May of 2025, everyone understands how good this system is. All right. And if you have Nintendo Switch 2 and PlayStation 5 or Nintendo Switch 2 and PlayStation 5 Pro, congratulations. You have everything you need. You have the two best consoles right now on the market. Okay? And if you have Xbox Series X, I feel sorry for you. And what's with this Helix? I know, I forgot to make a video. Someone told me, hey, did you know they announced this Helix? Fine, I'll make a video. I'll make a video about it. This sad Xbox shill. Actually, I'm not even a sad Xbox shill. What am I now? Nintendo fanboy. Hey, I would rather be a Nintendo fanboy than to be a sad Xbox shill. I'm just saying. But yes, people want me to give my opinion on the Helix, this new Project Helix console, whatever, for the Xbox. Fine. I will do some research. I will look at the presentation and I will let you know. It's basically just kind of making the announcement. It wasn't even the presentation. It was more like an announcement that, blah blah blah. We have this new console that will be so powerful. Every Xbox console is powerful, and it will utilize nicely with your PC and your console gaming needs and your PC gaming needs all in this one, hybrid PC console, whatever you want to call it, Helix. Anyway, I'll make a separate video on that. All right. But let's enjoy this, right? Let's enjoy Nintendo while we're here. Such a great console. And I can take this with me. I can put it in a handheld mode. Such a convenient way to play. And if you put one terabyte SD memory card, you're good. If you put 2 terabytes of SD memory card, man, you have everything. You can put everything on there. And you're good to go. Enjoy. Not to mention all of the Nintendo expansion classics, right? Then you add all these Nintendo expansion classics. Are you kidding me, dude? You add all of that on top of everything else, including the Virtual Boy, and they will be including also a V and a VU on top of everything else. I think Nintendo, it's a clear winner here, but it's just me. All right, let's go. Let's do this. I know what I gotta do. I played this before. All right, everybody just calm down, relax. I'm the film director. I'm the film director of this game. I know what happens. I know what I have to do. Just like I also know there's an easy shortcut. When you defeat Mrs. Baker, there's an easy shortcut to go to her house. And it's right here. Right here. Okay, it's right here. How would I know this? I would only know this if I have played this game so many times. Which I have. But, sometimes you forget, man. You got other things on your mind. You can't just think about Resident Evil all day long. All day long. It's not like I think about Resident Evil on repeat. I like Resident Evil, but I don't think about it every day. Sometimes I forget. Like Resident Evil 5. It's been a long time since I played it, so it'll be like a new experience for me. That's because I haven't played Resident Evil 5 in a long time. And Resident Evil 6. So, I will play it on Nintendo Switch. I'm just waiting for the sales when they put both Resident Evil 5 and 6 on sale. Then I'll play Resident Evil 5 and 6 on Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, so remember, yesterday I forgot. This liquid, right? This dark liquid. After she fell in, Mrs. Baker, after she fell in, I was like, well, why isn't she clearing out the pathway? There's a pathway that she needs to clear out. Why isn't she clearing out the pathway, which would be over there, which is blocked right now? And then I realized, well, wait a minute, I don't have with me. What happened is I stored my Scorpion key in a storage inventory at the trailer. Inside the trailer, inside the trailer, I stored both of these keys, the Crow key and a Scorpion key. But in this case, I need a Crow key. And you will see, once I use the Crow key, and I go up here and open that door, then you'll find out that she has left. And she has made a pathway for me to follow through and go up to her house, where we will have to fight her. All right, I'm also playing this on a normal difficulty. Last time I played it on an easy difficulty. All right, so we're gonna use a Crow key. The serum. A lot of people ask, well, what is this? Well, this is all from that company that Mia Winters worked for. It's called the Connections. And that's why I said to you guys with Resident Evil 9, okay, so spoilers warning, alright? Because I know you guys don't like when I spoil stuff. Alright, spoilers warning. If you want to leave now, leave now. I'm giving everybody, I'll tell you, I'll put on a commercial. I'll put on the advertisement. Spoilers warning. So spoilers warning. If you don't want to know, and if you haven't played Resident Evil 9 Requiem, and if you haven't finished Resident Evil 9 Requiem, and you also haven't played Resident Evil 7 or Village, now's the time to leave. Because what I'm about to tell you, it's a major, big time spoiler. Okay, so if you don't want to know, if you want to find out for yourself, now's the time to walk out. Okay, so at least I'm giving you courtesy to walk out. Okay, so now, if you stay and you listen to what I have to say, then you only got yourself to blame, because I already gave you a warning to walk out, because I'm about to give you some major spoilers. All right, at the end of Resident Evil 9 Requiem, Leon survives. He kills the other guy. What's his name? Victor, Gideon, and Zeno. Well, Gideon kills the Zeno, cut his head off. And then, Leon survives. Everything's okay. That's it. No more Umbrella. No more Wesker, which is Zeno. That's it. We're done with with Raccoon City. We're done with Umbrella. So now Leon and Grace are like almost like a boyfriend girlfriend. They're working with each other. They like each other. And Leon also saved what's her name? Emily. He didn't shoot her vitals, so she's alive. They saved her. Okay? So Chris Redfield has a message for Leon. And Chris Redfield says, it's important that I get in touch with you. I have some very important information. So what is that important information? That information we will find out in Resident Evil 10 has to do with what happened with Resident Evil 7 and 8. Because remember, Leon had no idea what Chris Redfield was dealing with this other group called the Connections, which is part of 7 and 8 Village. Leon has no clue about what happened in, the Village, which is part of Romania, with this Miranda, which is a Romanian scientist that found this, mold, and this mold was then used by this group that she gave this mold to, this group called the Connections. And they created this prototype called 001, E001, Evelyn, EV, Evelyn, E001. And this prototype, it's created by this mold. And the powers of this mold is that they can go inside your mind, they can control your mind, they can control your well-being, they can make you do things you don't want to do. And that's a very dangerous weapon to have. Imagine that you release like thousands of those across the world. That's it. It's the end of the world, man. You can make people do things they don't want to do. You're not like, you're possessed, basically. And that's what happened to the Baker family here. They all got possessed by this Evelyn. But how did Evelyn end up in Louisiana? Another spoilers warning. How did Evelyn end up here in Louisiana? The way she ended up here, it's because Mia Winters worked for the Connections. And she was on that ship. And she looked after Evelyn. So to Evelyn, to this prototype bioengineered weapon girl created by this mold, to Evelyn, Mia Winters was like a mother, because she always looked after her. She was always there for her. She was always taking care of her, babysitting her. And then she left a message to Ethan Winters, please don't come find me, stay away, because she didn't have time to explain to Ethan that she lied to him, that she works for this company, and she was on the ship, on this giant ship. And what happened with that ship, you will find out in this game. Of course, as you get later on in this game, you will find out that the ship has been stranded in Louisiana, some isolated place in Louisiana, off of shore of Louisiana, next to this Baker's family. And Evelyn has escaped. And Evelyn has found a safe haven in the Baker's family. And Evelyn has possessed the Baker's house, the Baker's family, and she has been controlling them. She's been controlling all of them except one, Zoe. She couldn't control Zoe. But then how did Mia Winters ended up in the Baker's house? Because Mia went after Evelyn to search for her, and she found her in this house where Evelyn has found a safe haven. Now, a lot of you want to know, well, where is Evelyn in the game? Well, she's always there. Spoilers warning, she's the old lady. She's camouflaged as the old lady in a wheelchair. There's even a photo, and when you look at the lady in a wheelchair with the photo, and if you turn the photo on the other side, it says E001, means Evie Evelyn E001. So how does this tie in with Resident Evil 9? It ties in perfectly. Because Leon has no clue what Chris Redfield was doing, what Chris Redfield was dealing with this other story of 7 and 8. But that's why Chris Redfield wants to bring Leon on board, or maybe even Grace on board, to help them fight this group called the Connections. And you even see this group Connections also show up in Raccoon City, searching for something. So you see how it all ties in? How 7, 8, and 9 and the future Resident Evil 10 all ties in together. So I can't wait for Resident Evil 10. I think Resident Evil 10 is going to be, wow. It's going to be like probably one of the best Resident Evils ever made. I think they might even bring Jill Valentine. I think they'll bring everyone with Resident Evil 10. And I can't wait. It'll be just amazing. You'll have Chris Redfield. You'll have Claire Redfield. You'll have Leon, Grace, Emily, Rosemary Winters. You'll have probably Jill Valentine. She'll show up. Because we don't know if she really died. We're still kind of like on the fence about that. It's never been kind of like proven that she died. So we don't know if she really died. Maybe she'll come back. So Resident Evil 10, if you think Resident Evil 9, yeah, right now, currently Resident Evil 9 Requiem, it's a masterpiece as of now. But once they release Resident Evil 10, you'll see that will be the best Resident Evil ever made. So, yes, I'm giving out the spoilers here, but also I'm trying to help you guys understand how all of these games tie in. How 7 and 8 and Requiem, how Biohazard, Village, and Requiem all tie in together. Now, a lot of people say, why they call this Biohazard? Well, Biohazard, it's the original Japanese name that they use for Resident Evil. Everywhere else in the world, we call it Resident Evil. But in Japan, originally, they call it Biohazard. If you go to Japan and if you want to purchase a copy of Resident Evil, they will tell you, well, you will see that it says Biohazard. It doesn't say Resident Evil. It says Biohazard 7, Biohazard 5, Biohazard 4, Biohazard Requiem, Biohazard Village 8. It always says Biohazard. But anyway, Resident Evil 7, Biohazard, Village, and Requiem, they're all connected. All of these Resident Evil games are connected. And that's why I always tell people there's no such thing as a bad Resident Evil game. You will never hear me say, oh, well, this was a bad Resident Evil game. They all have a story to tell, and they all have a reason for being there in the first place. Now, you could have your own preference on which one you like better, but all of these Resident Evil games, they play a huge role. Even Resident Evil 3, they all play a huge role in all of these Resident Evil games. Even Revelations, and what happened to Jill Valentine in Revelations 2, all of these Resident Evil games, like Zero, Resident Evil Zero, and the original, of course, where it all started, Resident Evil 5, they all play a huge part in leading up to where we are right now and what's to come in the future with Resident Evil 10. It all kind of ties in together in this Resident Evil universe. Once you understand Resident Evil universe, then you will appreciate Resident Evil more than ever. Every time you play these games, you will appreciate it even more once you understand what's going on. Okay? Same thing with Metal Gear. When I was playing Metal Gear Solid, once you understand the universe of Metal Gear Solid, then you appreciate the game. Same thing with Death Stranding. Once I understood Death Stranding and how Death Stranding ties in with Death Stranding 2, I appreciate Death Stranding even more. So it's important to kind of connect the dots and understand the story of Resident Evil and to understand the universe of Resident Evil. Okay? Spoilers. Sorry, but I did give you a warning about the spoilers, didn't I? I did say now's the time to walk away. If you don't want to hear the spoilers, all right, walk away. Okay? So I hope this helps to some of you who are confused what the story is of 7, what the story is of 8, who is Mother Miranda, how does she become so powerful, and etc., etc. I already explained how Mother Miranda was so powerful. She was a biochemist, okay? She was a scientist. And in Romania, she discovered in some caves this mold. We don't know where this mold came from, okay? All right, but we do know that she was the first one to find it, and she got connected with this other group called the Connections. The Connections, they are a very rogue group. They work very undercover, low key. They're not like Umbrella that was like advertised publicly. So Mother Miranda then started using that mold for her own needs, for her own selfish needs, and she created her own monsters and lichens and creatures in that village, and she also did all those horrible things to those villagers, so she could be this goddess, but she has a connection with the Connections group because she gave them that mold to create Evie, which is E001. E001, okay? And that's what 7 is about. It's about the escape of this Evelyn. And what's the connection with Mia Winters? Because Mia Winters worked for the Connections. She was babysitting Evelyn the whole time. Okay? That's why Evelyn always controls her. All right? But Evelyn couldn't control Zoe. And that's why you need to save Zoe in this game to understand why Evelyn couldn't control Zoe. What was so special about Zoe? And Zoe will explain all of this. What happened to the Baker's family, etc., etc. So this time around, I'm going to save Zoe. Last time around, I saved Mia. But this time around, I'm going to save Zoe. Okay, and I'm sorry for the spoilers, but I did give you a warning. It's not like I didn't tell you. And the reason I'm telling you this, because I'm trying to explain the connections between 7, 8, and 9. And how all of these Resident Evil games are connected. And they all tie in nicely together. Okay? Alright, so it's like watching a TV show with different seasons, you know. You need to watch the season 1 before you can jump onto season 2. You're not going to start watching season 3 and you didn't see season 1. So you want to start from the beginning and understand the story, see all the episodes, and then you'll have a better understanding. Okay? I hope this helps you. But you can find this out yourself. You know, you can go on the internet, you can research, but I figured I explain this to you here on the live stream since I'm playing this game. All right, so we need a series serum, D series cranial nerve, and D series peripheral nerve. All right, let's just let you know how to use the serum.
I think that's it.
This is Zoe calling me again. Zoe. All right, Zoe. No, that's Evelyn. I'm sorry. That was Evelyn. That wasn't Zoe. If there's no signal, that means it's Zoe. I mean, that means it's Evelyn. I'm sorry. If the phone rings, it means it's either Zoe or Evelyn. But Evelyn will usually hang up. Zoe will talk to you. So if it's Zoe, you will know. She will talk to you and say, hey, it's me, Zoe. If it's Evelyn, she will hang up like she did here. I have a feeling like I am dedicating this channel to Resident Evil. My ears have been ringing all day and I haven't been able to sleep since the child showed up. It's like Zoe says, there's something strange about the child and the woman she brought with her. And who did she bring with her? Mia Winters. She possessed her. See, that's the power of this mold. She can appear as a child, and she can also possess another human being and control another human being. And then when they show up at your door, you will feel sorry for them. Oh my God, you poor thing. Please come on in. Let me help you. Right? It's like a devil in disguise. Right? Oh no, please come on in. So that's essentially what happened to the Baker's family. But how was they supposed to know? They see, two women. One is a little girl, one is a lady, and they all look desperate. So they were trying to show some hospitality. They were trying to help, because Baker family were just a normal family, But once they open the door and once they invite this, Evelyn to come in with Mia Winters, that was it. That's all it took, for this whole thing to happen. So I hope that this, look, even, hold on. Even here, what do you see? What's, hold on, let me move myself. What do you see here? Like here. What do you see? Who is that? That's not Mia. That's Evelyn. You see that? Even in the poster, of this Resident Evil Biohazard, you see Evelyn there. It's all Evelyn. Okay? And there's a reason why there's Evelyn there. Because Resident Evil 7, it's all about the Evelyn. Okay? And of course, if you're familiar with the universe of Resident Evil, then you already probably know this. But I'm saying this to the people who are, I don't know how many of you are familiar really with Resident Evil universe. Maybe you just play Resident Evil just to have fun, whatever. Maybe you're not keeping up with a story. Maybe you don't care about the story. So if you're kind of confused and you don't understand who is who, what's going on, hopefully this kind of clarifies and helps you out. Okay, that's why I'm saying this to you, so you guys understand the concept of what's going on with Resident Evil. And yes, they're all connected. Requiem is connected, okay, with those two. Because Leon now will get the message from Chris Redfield. And Chris Redfield will tell him, hey Leon, while you were busy dealing with some unfinished business with Umbrella and Raccoon City, going back to ruins of Raccoon City, I was busy also digging up that there's another group, but this group, it's a very rogue, evil group that works in the shadows, and they got a hold of this very dangerous material called the mold. We don't know where the mold came from. We just know that Miranda found it in Romania. So I can't wait for Resident Evil 10. Resident Evil 10. Yes. Anyway, why am I so excited? Because you will be excited too once you figure out, once you understand the story of Resident Evil, how it all works out. Okay? So anyway, I was just showing you that's Evelyn. All right. I'm seeing things, hearing things, can stop feeling nauseous, right? So already the effects are taking over. Once Evelyn showed up with possessed Mia Winters, she slowly started possessing their minds, putting thoughts in there. Have you ever noticed how sometimes there are thoughts in your mind and they're not yours, and you're like, I would never say that. I would never think like that. And you're asking yourself, where are these thoughts coming from? Isn't that scary? Huh? They're not your own thoughts. Because you're like, I would never think like that. I would never say that. But somehow these thoughts are showing up in your mind. Think about that. Think about that for a minute. That's scary. That's a real horror. That there's thoughts in your mind they're not even yours, and you don't know whether it's like almost someone hacked into your mind and they're projecting thoughts. And there's nothing you can do about it. And now you're vulnerable. So that's what the mold is doing, essentially. This child gave me a present. I put the present in a secret room right at the back of the second floor where nobody will find it. And that's the present that she stole that was, given to the connections by Mother Miranda. And the present is the mold. Anyway, I think I have spoiled too much for you guys. But I'm not doing this on purpose to, have you guys, think that I'm like, purposely spoiling everything. I'm doing this because I want you guys to understand the story of Resident Evil 7, 8, and 9 and how it all ties in, Why was Resident Evil 9 necessary? Because it has unfinished business. Raccoon and Umbrella, they need to kind of put an end to that, because Capcom wants to focus now on this other group that Chris Redfield has been battling, and this mold. Okay, forget the T-virus. We're done with the T-virus. It is over. Umbrella, it's over. Okay, forget about the T-virus. Forget about the old man. What's his name? Spencer. This old man. Forget about him. We're done with him. We're done with. Hold on. Where's the old man? Hold on. Where's Spencer? Hold on. This guy. And even here, I can show you some. Hold on. Let me show you something really quick. I think this is important. I want to show you something. Yeah, I'm showing some spoilers, but I'm not doing this to be a jerk. I'm not doing this to be a jerk. I'm doing this to help you understand why Capcom is doing what they're doing. Why Capcom is writing the story the way they're writing it, and how it all comes in together full circle. Okay, so we're done with the Spencer. We're done with the Umbrella because he's the founder of the Umbrella. It's Spencer. So we're done with the Umbrella. We're done with the Wesker and the Umbrella, the whole thing. We're done with it. It's over. This story is finished. That's what the Requiem is. We finally got some Requiem. We got some answers. So we're done with them. So now we need to focus on this other problem, the mold, which is a serious problem. And that's where 7 and 8 and Chris Redfield plays the role. Okay? And this is the part where I even took a screenshot. This is the part where hold on. I have a message from Captain Redfield. This is where he tells him that Captain Redfield, Chris Redfield, has a message for you. And the message is telling Leon that while you were busy dealing with the unfinished business of the Umbrella and Spencer and the ruins of Raccoon City, trying to find some closure, I was busy dealing with this other issue, this other threat, this other problem that we have, which he had to deal with in Louisiana and Romania, 7 and 8. So, and that's where it all kind of ties in Resident Evil 10. Captain Redfield will explain and brief Leon on what's going on with this mold. We don't have to deal with the T virus. T virus is finished. We're done with the Umbrella. Now we're dealing with this mold and the connections. And even at the end of the Resident Evil 9, there's this other group that came in. Hold on. There's this other group that says, and I think these are the connections. This is the connections group. They said remaining BSAA forces have been neutralized. Who are these guys? They're the connections. They're that rogue group that I've been telling you about. So, and again, I'm not trying to spoil all of this to be a jerk. I'm simply trying to help you guys understand the story of Resident Evil. You know, that's all. All right. Now let's get back to Resident Evil 7. I hope some of you appreciate this clarification, what I'm trying to explain to you. So I need to pick up the lantern here. Now I cannot enter this. The only way I can enter this is once I pick up the lantern. Now, who has the lantern? Mrs. Baker, right? Mrs. Baker. I call her Mrs. Baker. I think her name is Meredith or something. I don't know. Meredith something. I just call her Mrs. Baker. But I think it's Meredith or something like that. So we need to go and fight her. And when we go back to that pit, you will see that she disappeared. And she has dig up a tunnel for us to follow through. So there's no point of me being here, so I need to go back. Now this is probably Zoe again.
Well, did he find a serum?
I just got done dealing with your mom and her fucking bugs. Wish you could have warned me.
Sorry about that. What about the serum?
I haven't found any. But I did find out we need to make one. A D-series head and an arm. This can't be right.
A head? I think I have that around here somewhere.
You do?
I don't know about the arm, though. Have you searched the whole house?
No, not yet. I still need to check the second floor here.
All right. Check it out. Meet me at the trailer if you find it.
Okay, but we cannot enter the door until we defeat Meredith, right? Or is it Margaret? Not Meredith, Margaret. Margaret. Once we defeat Margaret Baker, Mrs. Baker, then we'll use the lantern, and we'll put the lantern. Where was it? We'll put the lantern over here, and we'll open it. Where's the lantern? Jesus. Did I just miss it? Yeah, right here. We'll put the lantern. We'll put the lantern here, and we'll be able to open this door, and we'll be able to go through. And collect the arm. She has the head. I just need the arm for that serum. All right. But every time I play this game, you know, it becomes like playing it. That's the thing. Even if I was to start playing Resident Evil 9, which I'm planning on doing another second playthrough with a brand new outfit of RPD from the original Resident Evil 2, and the outfit that Grace is wearing of an FBI suit with an FBI ID. It'll feel like I'm playing it like brand new again, even though I have played it so many times, because these games are timeless. This is why I always tell people, games like Resident Evil, man, games like Metal Gear, Final Fantasy, like Final Fantasy VII Remake, it's on sale right now. They have it on sale. These types of games you can always play. These are classics, and that's why these games are worth the price of the admission, because you can always pick them up and play it. Pick up those games and play them. Pick them up, play it, you know. That's what I mean by pick them up. Pick up the games and play it. All right, let's get out of here. And you can see she'll grab the lantern. She grabbed the lantern, okay? Here, in case you missed it. Okay. So she grabbed the lantern. There it is. She grabbed it. All right. And now she will pave the pathway for us to go to her house, where we will have to fight her and defeat her. Okay? So that's why I was stuck here. I mean, it was, you know what it is? I was so tired yesterday. My mind just wasn't thinking. I just wasn't like thinking. So that's why I was so stuck on that one level yesterday. So we're going to jump in.
What the fuck? Well, that's special.
We're going to follow her. This is so great using Joy-Con. It's a pure pleasure. Here we go. See, there's the house, and that's where we're going to fight her. On that house. If you missed my previous video, I have a video which I uploaded. I have two videos. The one me talking about, you know, the whole thing with YouTube and what a joke YouTube is. And then another video where I talk about just how beautiful this game looks on Nintendo Switch 2. And it's as close to PS5. Because I just recently played the PS5 version. And it's very close to PS5 version. And yes, YouTube is a total joke. But you can go watch that video to find out why I called them a joke. Alright, so now we have to fight Margaret. I think it's Margaret Baker. Yes. It's like from the other side. Alright. We'll enter. We'll enter from the other side. What is this? Treasure photo. When you see these photos, they're letting you know if you check the toilet, there might be something there very important for you to collect. And yes, I also got my fire, my flamethrower, which will come really handy. Shotguns and flamethrower will really become handy here to fight her. You can hear Meredith down there. I also have played this on PlayStation VR, original PlayStation VR, and it was an amazing experience when it first came out in 2017. I would still recommend for people to play this on PlayStation VR. It's certainly worth buying a PS4 or PS4 Pro with PlayStation VR just to experience like this game in VR. It's probably the best way to experience this game. In my honest, humble opinion. Okay, we're good here. Wait, do I have a lockpick? Flame rounds. I don't need that for now. We'll take this. We'll need that. Okay, let's do this. Make sure you stack up on everything. Right now I have a shotgun. I have a flamethrower. There's also a bunch of ammo and handgun ammo and shotgun bullets around for you to... she's not like super difficult to defeat. It just depends on how prepared you are, and also depends what type of difficulty you are trying to fight Meredith, you know. That's okay, I don't need that at the moment. Actually, this will come in handy because this will show you where everything is. If you take these, they'll let you know where everything is. Alright, so let's fight her. Let's do this. I think I have everything I need here, man. I think I'm... See? Not quite yet. Hold on. Let's open this. We got the shotgun shells. Alright. So start with the shotgun shells and then work your way up with the flamethrower. I feel like I'm doing like a Blu-ray audio commentary or something. And remember something about a toilet treasure? But I don't think this is the place. Check everything. Double check everything. Alright. Alright. I think we're good now. We're ready to face off against Meredith. She will be right up here. She will jump. The first time I played this game in VR, when she jumped out of the window, dude, I had like panic attacks, like holy shit. It was pretty scary. Here we go.
Don't you worry none!
Alright, so let her chase me. So you want to jump over here. Jump over here. Run around the circle. Run around the circle. Come on. Come on. Where are you? Turn around. Oh, come on, come on. Come on. Where are you going, huh? Don't run away from me. Don't be like that, Meredith. Okay, switching to the
You're not getting away this time.
Oh, I am. You better believe it. Okay, let's do this really quick. Shotgun shells. Switch to a shotgun. Come on, waiting for you. Waiting for you. Don't make me wait, Meredith. Or Margaret. Margaret, don't make me wait. Come on. Come on now. That's not gonna work, Meredith. Not with me. Come on, come on. Hold on, let me do this really quick. Wait a minute. Combine. Come on, Meredith. I mean, Margaret. Come on. Come on now. Come on. Hold on. Don't make me wait. Ah, there you are.
There's no escape, steady boy.
Oh yeah? That's what you think. Okay, I need to find some more ammo. There's got to be some more ammo around here. Where is the ammo? Ammo! I'll pump. I'll pump. Ammo. Ammo, god damn it.
Try, dear.
Come on, come on, come on. Almost done. Jeez.
There's no use to doing that, none. I have you. The grave will out the truth.
Oh shit. I need more ammo. I need more ammo. Damn it.
Don't you worry, none. Don't look up. What do you think you're doing? gonna settle this? Here I come! I'm not gonna miss you at all. Don't leave, Sheriff. Stay and visit. There's no escape, city boy! You're not getting away this time. Here I come! your heart. You know I'm gonna find you in the end.
Well, I didn't realize it was this difficult on a normal difficulty. Like, really, dude? And where's all the ammo? Like, what the hell? Like, for real? I didn't realize I have to, like... Like, really? How many times do I have to shoot her? You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels to me like the normal difficulty on Nintendo Switch 2 version is like a little bit different. Like, I don't remember like that I had to shoot her this much. Like, how many times I shot her with a shotgun and then the flamethrower and the knife. I was like, still she's walking around.
Now with me, we're gonna settle this. Gonna get ya.
Where's all the ammo, man?
Come on now. You're not afraid of a girl, are ya? Come on now with me. We're gonna settle this.
All right, let's settle it. Let's do this. Come on, follow me. Come on.
Don't be like that, Ethan. Show yourself. Don't leave, Sheriff. Stay and visit. I'm not gonna miss you at all.
All right, we'll come down then.
You got nowhere to go, boy. Settle down. Settle down. You're not getting away this time. There's no escape, city boy. Poor Evie's gonna be heartbroken.
And how many times have I used a flamethrower and still nothing? Shotgun and a flamethrower. Like, seriously, dude? I don't remember it being this hard, man. I really don't. This is ridiculous.
Don't you worry none! Here I come! Gotcha! Don't leave, Sheriff! Stay and visit! You're not getting away this time. There's no escape, city boy.
You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
Now with me, we're gonna settle this. Don't look up. Don't look up! You're going nowhere! Gonna get ya! Don't be like that, Ethan. Show yourself! Don't leave, Sheriff! Stay and visit! now, boy. There's no escape, city boy. You're not getting away. No use of doing that, none. I have you. Still got some fight in you, huh?
Fucking stay dead, okay?
Jesus Christ. On a normal difficulty, this is how hard it is? Oh my God. All right, let's go back. First, I want to go back to my trailer. I want to put some stuff in my inventory, storage box, you know. Let's get out of here. I just didn't realize like how hard it is on a normal difficulty. All right, let's get out of here. I think it's this way, if I'm not mistaken. Is it this way? I think it is. Oh no, it's this way. It's this way. That's okay. I'm fine. Let me see if I can. Yeah, let me throw this away. I don't need this. It's okay. I'll keep. There we go. All right, let's get out of here. How do we get out of here? I'll take that. Okay, I see. And there is a shortcut. This is the shortcut. This is the shortcut right here. I remember it now. This is the shortcut. The shortcut I was telling you about. So now I need to go back and go back to the old house. This is the old house. Yeah, the old house, second floor. And bring the arm for the serum. How about the graphics, huh? For Nintendo Switch 2. I mean, this looks phenomenal. It's like I'm playing PS5, honestly. So we have to put the lantern on the, where was it? Is it this way? Yeah, and open this door. How many times have I played this game? I don't know. I forgot. I forgot, like, the number. It's hard to put a number on how many times I played this. That's cool. An alligator. That's Evelyn messing with me. It even says right there, Evelyn. Evelyn. My family, my family. She wants the family, is what she wants. But why does she want the family? Well, it wants to multiply. Just like artificial intelligence, once artificial intelligence becomes self-aware of itself, it will want to multiply. It will want to have more of its kind. So no different here. You know, every living thing, whatever it is, wants to evolve and survive. And it wants to belong. It wants to have a purpose. Okay. What do we have here? Some more shoes. What is this? Oh, Evelyn, what are you doing? That's creepy. See, the ship. Why the ship? Because that's where she escaped from. She escaped from the ship. That's her drawing. This is the geniuses of, like, Capcom. Like, everything makes sense. You know, that's the one thing I noticed about Capcom is everything that they do, like, makes sense. Like, if you see something, there's a reason for it. If there's something written on a paper, there's a reason for it. Like, everything makes sense. And you see that with every Resident Evil game. And of course, no different than what we have seen recently with Resident Evil 9 Requiem. Everything makes sense. Nothing is there for no reason. Nothing is there for the vanity, just for the sake of vanity, right? It's there for a reason. And that's why Capcom, it's one of my favorite, because they know how to... Dude, they make better video games than Hollywood makes movies. Who would have thought that video games would have better writers and... Yeah, better writers than the Hollywood movies these days. You know, Hollywood movies, they don't look that hot anymore these days. I mean, really, let's be honest, man. The movies are not what they used to be. I didn't even bother watching the Oscars. I didn't even care. Like, someone told me, hey, did you watch the Oscars? Like, what? I don't even care. I don't think I'm alone. I think a lot of people don't care about the Oscars, to be honest. But video game awards, yes, I want to watch video game awards. I want to see which video game has won. Video gaming, it's a huge industry, man. We're talking billions and billions of dollars. Probably trillions of dollars worldwide, man. You know, trillions of dollars worldwide. It's a huge industry, you know. I remember when I was growing up, video gaming was just kind of like, just kind of coming up. It was like this niche thing, you know, and if you were playing video games, you were considered to be a dork or a geek. And nobody wanted to be around with a nerd, or you called a nerd, you know. But now you look at the video gaming and video game industry, it's like this huge, giant, like, phenomenon. It's like trillions of dollars, man. It's ridiculous. Just look how much money Capcom has made with Resident Evil 9. And think about how much money they made with all of the Resident Evil games in 30 years. We're talking trillions. Forget the billions. We're talking trillions. And I'm talking worldwide, you know, on every continent that they sold a copy of their games. And not to mention all the royalties they got paid for the TV, for the movies and the Netflix TV shows. I mean, yo, like, it's ridiculous amount of money. So you see the mold, not the mold, yeah, the mold, yeah. This dark mold. There it is. Means Evelyn was possessing this teddy bear, teddy bear, teddy bear, teddy bear, teddy bear, teddy bear toy. Did I say teddy bear? Teddy bear. There you go. It's a new name, Teddy bear. Hello, Teddy bear. That's it. Mr. 4K has invented a new Resident Evil teddy bear called Teddy bear. Teddy bear. See all that mold? Look at all that mold. Something is wrong with her. Do you see her? What do you see, guys? Huh? What do you see? This is a little test. You see her now? She's smiling. You see her? You see the two eyes, the nose, the mouth. You see her? And you see her angry down here. You see the nose, the mouth. You see her? You see? You see, but that's the thing about the humans. It's like a forest for the trees. You know, we always talk about, you know, I don't think this exists. I don't think this other thing exists or this other thing exists. And how well do you pay attention? Now, let's just be honest. Like, how well you are focusing? How well do you pay attention to what you see? And what do you actually think you see? What you actually think you see. Right? Now imagine how much you don't see, but it's around you. And it's always there. And sometimes you feel certain things that's around you, but you can't see it. So just, you know, the way I live my life is I leave everything out on the open, on the table. Because there's so much that we don't know about the universe, about us, about this whole thing. What's this all about? Yeah, what's it all about? Like, why are we here? What are we doing here? What's our purpose? What's it all about? Like, what's the universe all about? What's it all about? What's all these galaxies and infinite galaxies, an infinite vast of universes? What's it all about, right? Because of that, I always leave everything out on the table. You know, I don't live like some sort of I know it all. We're alone on the planet. We're alone in the universe. Blah blah blah. All this nonsense. I like to leave everything out on the table because I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. Everyone's just speculating, guessing, which is fine. That's what you're supposed to do. But this notion to think that this is it, we're it, there's nothing else. And how do you explain, like, why do you even, what's the purpose of universe? Why it's there? Well, what's that all about? And every time I ask this question, everyone mind freezes. It's like they can't. They're like they freeze. They don't know what to say. They're like, well, it's universe. It's there. Okay, but what's the purpose? Why it's created? What is the purpose of it? Well, I don't know, but we know it's there. Okay, so you have all the answers, right? No, you don't. So what I'm trying to say, and I'm just a little bit philosophical, and I'm kind of talking in innuendo to you philosophically, but that's the whole point. I would never discount and say, I'm going to discount this whole thing, that there's no such thing as ghosts, there's no such thing as, aliens, there's no such thing as, vampires and werewolves and dogman and all this other stuff, and these nocturnal creatures called skinwalkers. I don't discount any of that stuff. Why? Because I don't have all the answers. I don't know what was here before me on this planet. So I don't discount anything. Discount meaning I don't just ignore it. I don't ignore it. And you shouldn't discount anything. You shouldn't ignore, and think that, oh, this is it. It's only us here. Everything's hunky-dory. I don't know how can people like think like that. Like, you know what I mean? Just because you haven't seen something, just because you have not yet encountered something, doesn't mean that it's not there. I have never seen a shark, nor do I want to see one. Especially swimming in the ocean, but I haven't seen one. Even on a boat, I have not seen one. But that's not to say that there are no sharks. It's kind of like that. Like, just because you never seen a shark doesn't mean that there's no sharks in the ocean. Just because you haven't, seen a silverback gorilla, maybe okay in a zoo, right? But let's say you never been to a zoo, and you never seen a silverback gorilla. Doesn't mean that they don't exist. Of course they exist. But once upon a time, we didn't know that they existed until we found them in Congo, that they exist and how powerful they are. So don't discount everything so easily. Just because you have not encountered something doesn't mean that it's not there. Just because you have not found something doesn't mean that it's not there. Just because you can't see something doesn't mean that it's not there. You know what I mean? So that's my whole point I'm trying to make to you guys. Paranormal activities. Paranormal activities have been documented. Okay? We don't know what they are, but we know that they're happening. UFOs, we know they're there. There's plenty of evidence, but we don't know what they are. We can only speculate. But that's why you should never discount anything. You should never ignore anything. Because we don't have all the answers. We know certain basics about us, but that's about it. We don't have all the answers. And all of these scientists who are trying to tell me that they have all the answers, it really pisses me off. It's like, no, you don't. No one has all the answers. Everyone just have theories. Everyone's just theorizing and making money off of it. But no one has any a concrete proof to say, yeah, we're alone. It's only us. There was dinosaurs before us, and that's it. And then you ask them about the missing link. All right, 65 million years ago. All right, what about the missing link? What's that all about? After the Ice Age. Well, the jury's still out on that one. Exactly. So everyone fell asleep on the missing link 65 million years ago. Before Homo sapiens. Anyway, let's not go into ancient aliens, ancient aliens theory. But there's some interesting stuff in there about Ancient Aliens TV show, and they talk about, historians. They talk about historians who are scholars and scientists, and they all practically say the same thing. There's a lot of stuff we can't explain. So we should never discount the possibility that something might exist. Just because we don't understand it and we're afraid of it, we have to face the fact that there's a lot of stuff. The universe is scary to me. Look at it, how scary it is. But we know it exists, but it's scary. And we know it's there. So then why should you, if you are comfortable knowing that there's a universe there and it's scary, why aren't you comfortable with knowing the fact that there could be other possibilities, other creatures more sophisticated than us, other civilizations more sophisticated than us? There could be other interdimensional creatures that we don't know about. Why can't you be open up for that possibility? And when you have a conversation with scientists, they all want to stick to the academics. That's the problem with a lot of these scientists. They only stick to the academics, or whatever the academics at the college and universities are teaching them. They never want to open their mind and be open-minded to hey, yes, there's certain things we know, but there's also a lot of stuff that we don't know and we can't explain. So therefore, we shouldn't just make fun of people who are reporting seeing things, who are believing in certain things. We shouldn't just make fun of them and laugh at them. You know what I'm saying? But that's the way it is in today's scientific community. Even, when there was a glimpse of possibility when they were talking about the Three-Eye Atlas, that it might be an artificial, intelligent, some sort of ship. Everyone was like, "Oh no, it cannot be." What do we know, about the Three-Eye Atlas, right? How much coverage did we get on it? How much of videos and photos? What did we get from NASA, from Three-Eye Atlas? Absolutely zero from NASA. Never a straight answer. That's what NASA stands for. Never a straight answer. And same thing with scientific academia, from universities and colleges. They never give you any straight answer. They always tell you, no, it's just a comet. It's going to pass by us and fine, How do we know? What do we know? There's telescopes that people can buy and look at things, but they can't reach a good clarity picture as what the Hubble telescope can do. Hubble can give us a much better clarity when this object is closer to us. Well, where's the image of the Hubble telescope taking these high resolution, super ultra high resolution imagery? You think never a straight answer, NASA will give us a straight answer and give us these images for us to see? I don't think so. So why secrecy? Oh, okay, okay, if what you guys are saying that this is just a nothing burger, why secrecy? Right? If it's a nothing burger, why secrecy? But anyway, all I'm saying is I have an open mind, okay? And I always did. I always have an open mind. You have to have an open mind. That's Evelyn closing the door on me. I don't want to, bore you guys with my philosophy and all this talk. The reason I'm mentioning this, that's Evelyn. The reason I'm mentioning this is because this Resident Evil game is dealing with paranormal. It's dealing with the things we can't explain. That's what Resident Evil is dealing with other possibilities, other realms of possibilities, right? And that's why I'm talking about you know. There's something here. What does she write? Oh. Oh, this tells you exactly where it is. It's right here. It's right there. There we go.
Oh, God. I guess this is it.
See, now it says D002. There's different series of this mold prototypes that they created. Evelyn is E001. This is D002, and Evelyn's E001. Did you see her? Did you see her feet? That was her, just recently. Oh, I get out of here. Run. Run for your life. Just get out of here, dude. You need to get out of here, dude. Like right now. Immediately. Okay, let's get out of here. Ah, Zoe wants to talk to me.
Did you find it?
Yeah, I got it. Are we really gonna be able to make serum with this thing?
It'll be fine. After we make it, we can get out of here. Together. I'll be waiting for you in the trailer.
All right.
And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to save Zoe this time around, because I already saved Mia. What happens when you save Mia? When you save Mia, then you find out who Mia is and who she works for and who she worked for. And you find out that she worked for this company called The Connections. And she kept Ethan Winters in the dark. She never told him that she worked for this company called The Connections. And on that ship, they were transporting this subject, E001, which is the Evelyn. And you find out that she escaped from the ship. She pretty much kills everyone on the ship. And the ship crashes on the shore of Louisiana. And she escapes with Mia and possesses Mia. And they together, meaning Evelyn and Mia, they find this family called the Bakers, and they show up at their doors telling them, oh, please help us, and they, let them stay in the house. And from there, that's where Evelyn does her work, starts spreading the mold. But now when you save Zoe, then you find out about how that happened. and you learn more about the Baker's family, and you learn more about how Evelyn, you know, infiltrated the Baker's family residency. Another tip is Evelyn has always been there in the house. And here's another spoiler. She is the old lady in a wheelchair. That's Evelyn. She's always with you. She's always watching you. You know, you can actually you can take this route and get there quicker if you take this route. But actually, let me show you. Believe me. If you want to go to the old house, you can take this route. That's if you want to go to the old house. And a shortcut to your trailer.
Now, where the hell are you? You know, never mind. We only need the head, and you've got it. This is gonna help me and me, right?
Hey, buddy. I thought you should know. I decided that Zoe needed a timeout. She and Mia are here with me. And they're keeping each other company.
Just let them both go. What do you need them for?
Nah, that's family business, Ethan, and not your concern, understand? Now, if you want the head, feel free to come by any time and I'll give it to you. But only if you participate in a little, activity I put together just for you.
What activity?
Oh, I know you're excited, but don't worry. It's not going anywhere. First step I need you to take, partner, is for you to take a peek inside the fridge in the trailer there.
Fuck you.
Oh, come on now. Don't be like that. You want to have some fun, don't you? Now, look in the fridge.
I am looking in the fridge. So now he wants us to play all these cat and mouse games, Simon says. And then we have to collect some keys, and these keys will help us unlock those doors in the house, in the main house. And we have to collect some sort of unlocking devices that will unlock the door for us to go in and play some more of his stupid games, you know. And then from there, we have to rescue Zoe and Mia, and we have to decide, who do we save? Do we save Zoe or do we save Mia? But then we also have to fight one last time. We have to fight Mr. Baker. Mr. Baker. One last time we have to fight him, and when we finish fighting him, when we you know, give him that serum, we're gonna stab him with a serum, and then there's going to be 2 serums. And this is why you have to choose who you want to save. Do you want to save Mia or do you want to save Zoe? Because there's only 2 serums. So you have to use one to eliminate Zoe's father, Mr. Baker. He's like a monster. He turns into a monster. You have to eliminate him by using the serum. So when you eliminate him, that only leaves 1 serum left. And you have to choose whom do you give the serum. Do you give it to Mia or do you give it to Zoe? I already played before saving Mia, and that's how I found out that she works for the Connections, this group, and that she was taking care of Evelyn. Okay, that's how I found out about that, and you will find out about that as well when you decide to save Mia. But when you decide to save Zoe, then you find out more about Zoe and Baker's family. And in a DLC, that's where this will be interesting. In a DLC, you learn more, because there is a DLC here in a Gold Edition. You learn more about Zoe and, you know, her story and what happened to her family. And that's why I'm going to save Zoe this time around. If you want to see me saving Mia, go watch that live stream, which I did like 2 weeks ago. All right. Baker's family. They were just like a normal family, but once this mold came in, you know, it possesses them, and you know, and you all seen what happens, right? Once this mold possesses you, you are never the same. All right, let me save the game here. Save the game. And I want to say a few more things before I end this live stream. Nintendo Switch 2, like I said, has really impressed me, the way it handles these third-party games, especially games like this one, Resident Evil 7, and then Resident Evil 9 Requiem, and Star Wars Outlaws, and Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, the upcoming Indiana Jones, and the upcoming Pragmata. You know, you look at Nintendo Switch 2, it's really like a surprising, capable, powerful handheld console from Nintendo. You know, it's their best powerful Nintendo that they have. When you see what it can do, it's not only like how well it runs all these games, but also just like, I never had any issues, man. That's another thing I want to say about Nintendo Switch 2. I have yet to encounter any kind of issues and problems with this console. Everything was just running smoothly, without any hiccups. I never had any overheating problems. I never had any problems where the console would shut down for no reason. With PlayStation, my console has shut down many times. I never had any issues with this Nintendo Switch 2. I've been using it now for 5 months. It's been running smooth as a butter. And it's a testament, this Nintendo Switch 2, it's a testament on just how good it is. You know, and people who have Nintendo Switch 2, they can testify to this, and they'll tell you exactly the same thing that I'm telling you right now. All right, it's 5:35 p.m. here on the East Coast. I need to eat my dinner, and we'll continue this later on. We're getting pretty close to the end of the game. Not there yet, but pretty close. Remember, I will save Zoe, and then there will be more of a video game for me to play. There's more of a walkthrough to play, because I never saved Zoe. So when I save Zoe, it'll be kind of brand new for me, because with Zoe I will have to, you know, play a totally different game. and to find out what she says, and how was she able to avoid Evelyn, and what precautions she took, etc., etc. And we'll learn more about her. We'll learn more secrets and whatnot. And then after I finish the game with Zoe, then there's a DLC. And then I have to play that DLC as well to see how saving Zoe helps the DLC, which is part of this gold edition, you know. So there's certainly plenty of hours for me to spend playing this game, you know. All right. And for all of you who came in to watch me and listen to me, thank you very much.